Dear Diary, now that I had all 3 spiritual stones, I made my way back to Hyrule Castle. But as I got closer, I knew that something was wrong. The gate was up and the sky was dark. And yep, here comes the cutscene. And it's the same as the dream I had at the beginning of the game. There goes Zelda, with Impa the Ninja throwing possibly important items into the dirty castle moat. And there's Ganon, still trying to be 3D and still sucking at it. I guess he overheard me making fun of his flat face, because he sent a surge of electricity towards me, called me pathetic, and left. Good grief, that was a bit uncalled for. Once the commotion died down, I dove into the moat and fished out the fancy ocarina, and as soon as I retrieved it, I had a vision of Zelda, urging me to protect the Temple of Time while she was away. She also taught me how to play the Melody of Time. After I awoke from the hallucination, I booked it to the Temple of Time and whipped out the new ocarina and played the new song I had learned. Things got pretty mystical after that. The spiritual stones rose in the air and the Triforce lit up, and a secret room opened. I guess this ocarina really is fancy. In the middle of the secret room was the Master Sword, and Diary, you know how much I love free stuff. I couldn't pull that bitch out fast enough. But once I touched it, Ganon showed back up and was being a big douche. I guess I should stop touching things. Anyway, he had followed me and I had accidentally led him right into the sacred realm. My bad, Hyrule. And then I was suddenly in a room with an old man named Rauru, and he explains that I'm inside the Chamber of Sages, which is the last stronghold against Ganon's evil power. Oh, and 7 years have passed and now I'm a man. He goes on to explain that I must seek all 5 sages, but all I can think about is how big my dick must be! Then BAM! I'm back in the Temple of Time, and people should really let me know when I'm about to jump time zones, because this shit is happening way too fast. I thought I was ready to journey out into the world, but another ninja named Sheik showed up, and that triggered another cutscene. Diary, I know that you are excited to watch me learn the true identity of Sheik, but unfortunately, right before I started playing this game, it was spoiled for me. Yes, Diary, I know that Sheik is really Zelda. Wanna know who spoiled it for me? It was Nintendo! Those dirty whores. A couple months ago, I was playing Mario Maker, and I was using the Sheik amiibo, and guess what his secret move is? That's right, turning back into fucking Zelda. So fuck you, Mario Maker. I don't care if this game is almost 20 years old and pretty much everyone knows who Sheik is. I didn't. I thought he was from Street Fighter or something. So, Zelda tells me to head to the Forest Temple first, but also not to go there first because I don't have the right equipment. First, I should go to Kakariko Village and get a thing. Congratulations, Zelda! You win the Vagueness Award. Outside the Temple of Time, I see that Ganon has been wrecking shit while I've been time traveling. You have to fuck up pretty badly to make Mount Mordor appear, and also to make the landscape go all grayscale. But I was glad to see that the market was still its cheery self full of personable people loitering in the square. Kakariko Village looked untouched by Ganon's evilness. It had only gotten weirder since all the previous people who resided in the market now lived there. Everyone I spoke to suggested I go check out the graveyard because apparently that's where the party's at. Turns out the old gravedigger had died and he left a note saying if I was able to make it to his grave, he'd give me a treasure. Hey, Diary, I wonder who dug the gravedigger's grave. 'Cause, you know, he's dead. Can't dig holes when you're dead. Underground, the late Quasimodo offered me his treasure if I raised him to his tomb. First of all, why is the tomb of a simple gravedigger so big? Were you secretly an Egyptian pharaoh? Why do you need all this space? You're dead! And second of all, this isn't a race, more like I'm following you, but your rude ass is throwing fire at me. Did everyone forget their goddamn manners while I was away? At the end of the race, he gives me the hook shot, which I can use to spear my enemies through their chests and rip out their rib cages, or pull myself up onto ledges, or use it when I can't reach the TV remote control. It's kind of a multi-purpose tool. And then Navi starts her shit again. Should we trust Sheik and go to the village? I don't know, Navi. I'm kind of already here, so that thought is a little too late, don't you think? What's really weird is that the exit from the gravedigger's tomb leads me into the windmill, where the creepy music man is still at it. But now he's all pissed off and wants to mess me up. Listen, man, I can't help it that you've wasted 7 years of your life furiously jacking off inside a windmill. That's on you, man. That's on you. I'm out of this village. Until next time, Diary, Your time-traveling friend, Brittany Saturn.